Hey up guys, Leeds Lad Loves Coins here. Action, take 3. You all know what that means. So, here we go. Welcome back to the channel. Bit of housekeeping first, before we get going. I wanted to give a big shout out, thumbs up to a couple of my subscribers, Damien and Andy. In the last video, I think you'll remember, I'd mentioned my next project was going to be developing a US typeset. A lot of the coins I've got, coins I'm going to crack out, will go a long way to filling the album, and then we'll see what I need. So what I was looking for in particular, and what I put a shout out for, was a Dansko 7070 album, which is an old album and very hard to come by. Anyway, Andy got in touch with me from the US. He had a 7070 used album that he no longer required, and after having a discussion with him, boom, off it went. So it's en route to these, I'm going to say sunny islands, but they're not quite sunny. It's an absolute miserable day today. We've had a ton of snow, nothing like Michigan, but we've had for us, and it's just damp, wet, miserable now. Anyway, it won't be end of the month when I'm in Australia. Right, so anyway, Andy sent me the Dansko album. It's en route, and I've got a little bit of surprise going back to Andy. Thank you ever so much. You don't know how much it means to me. Amazing subscribers. Right, and also Damien got in touch with me, sent me a couple of coins, and said to me, Dave, I picked these out of my late father's collection. They're fake. Could you talk about counterfeit coins? So, the second half of this video, we're going to talk about counterfeit coins. So stay tuned. If you enjoy my content, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, leave comments. You should all know my email address by now, leedsladlovescoins@gmail.com. You can ask me anything you want. Get in touch with me, yeah? I really appreciate it. But leave comments. The algorithm likes it. Whatever the algorithm means. Okay, here we go. So, what we're doing first, we're gonna get into the my florin collection. Let's move a couple of things out of the way so I'm not distracting. You all know I love the British florin, and I've got quite a nice little collection. So I'm always looking to add, and I'm always looking to enhance. So what's the first coin that I've picked up? Now look at this little beauty. This is a 1937 proof coin. Now, from 1920 to 1946, which this set is what we call the debased silver. What the debased silver is, after 1919, the Royal Mint reduced the silver content to 500, so 50% silver. Previously, 1919 and backwards, it was sterling, so 0.925. Once we've completed this set, we'll start to look at the earlier florins. But I think you'll all agree that the proof here is absolutely stunning. In this particular set of coins, they only did 2 proofs. This is one of them, 1937. Yeah, George VI, Emperor of India. Now, I did have a 37, but it was a business strike coin. And when I come across this, I thought, I'm going to have it. So this is, remember I've talked about adding, enhancing to your collection? Here's the 37. What a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous coin. Just move it up a little bit. There we go. Isn't that fantastic? So she's going to go into he's going to go into the collection. The next one is the 1927. Now this is a tasty little coin. It's also a proof. Very, very, very different proof to the one we've just looked at. You can see the fields are more subtle, but the strike is absolutely stunning. In 1927, they didn't produce a business strike. All they produced were the proofs. And what a stunning addition to my collection. So again, we're going to pop that in. There we go. Gorgeous. In she goes. Then the next one is the 1926. What I'm trying to do is populate this set, which will become ever, ever, ever more difficult with uncirculated coins. Here's a beautiful uncirculated 26 florin. Gorgeous coin. Lovely detail. This is George V. Beautiful, beautiful. I absolutely love the subtlety of the fields and the strike in the earlier coins. So that's a 1926. She's going to go, or he's going to go into the collection, which all that leaves me, let me just zoom back out, all it leaves me is with the 25 and the 24 to fill this particular date run. The 25 is going to be particularly difficult. Yeah. This is the key, and it's going to be a beefy little coin. The 27 was also quite an expensive coin. I'll just move it up, and it was also, zoom in, a crack out. There we go. So I cracked that out of an NGC album, an NGC holder for my collection. I bought it at a bargain price. I'm very, 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 very happy with it. Right, let me just go back down here. There we go. Straighten her up. I'm not the best cameraman in the world. So that's my florin run so far. Fantastic coin, or fantastic little album. Let me just bang this on here, and we're going to get into some counterfeit fake coins now. Right guys, so I'm going to start off first of all with an Indian coin. Let's just, and it is a stunner. This is a half anna from India, 1862. I picked this up in an antique store in Leeds. Again, you know me by now. I paid absolute buttons for this particular coin. Can you see all the hairlines in it? So it's been cleaned. This has been cleaned. If it hadn't been cleaned, probably worth 40 to 50 pound in this condition. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful condition. The artwork and the intricacy of the design is quite stunning, to tell you the truth. But it's been wiped. It's not counterfeit, this is the real deal, but I'm just showing you the downside of cleaning your coins. Now, this hasn't been cleaned in the sense of being a harsh cleaning, but it has been wiped, which was quite common back in the day. People bought these coins that were dirty, they wiped them, used a silver polishing cloth or a polishing cloth, depending on the metals, to just clean them up while they put them in their albums. And so improper cleaning does devalue your coins. It's gorgeous, isn't it? If there's any of my subscribers who know anything about the half anna, in particular Indian coins, tell me what you think about this coin. What do you think of it? What do you think its value is? I reckon on the open market that this is probably £5-10 at the moment, no more. If it hadn't been cleaned, it'd be about £50, I think, £40-50. But anybody who knows anything about the half anna, let me know. This is probably from the Bombay or the Delhi mints. There's no specifications, so you can't really tell it's from either or. So half anna, cleaned, gorgeous little coin. Now then, from the same antique store, let me just flip that round. In Leeds, many years ago, I picked this beauty up. 1970, 3 kopek. This is Imperial Russian. And when I first saw it, I thought, oh my God, how can this be in an antique store? In a bargain basement box I paid probably 50p for. If you have a look at Imperial Russian coinage, 1917 back, so from 1916 backwards, they're quite common. 1917 is as rare as hen's teeth, as rare as hen's teeth. Anyway, got quite excited, I picked that up. And let's just change tact here. A scale, yeah. For any serious coin collector or any serious would-be coin collector, yeah, you need a scale. If you don't have a scale, you're flying blind. So get yourself a scale. As we can see here, 8.68 grams. This coin, if it was real, would be 9.8 grams. So, counterfeit. If it was real, it's worth many thousands of pounds. This is a rare, rare, rare coin. But it's counterfeit. So, if you're serious about collecting, guys and gals, you need a good scale and also a good loop. Yeah, I've got many loops. This is a times 10 loop. The one I use most often is my NGC, which is times 5, which is the same loop that the NGC professional graders use. So, there we go. That's the 3 kopek, absolute fake. This one here, excuse me, is what Damien sent me, my subscriber. And on the surface, you could look at that. If you didn't know Morgan dollars, you could think, ooh, it's lovely. He sent me 2. But, can you hear that? These are cast, they're die cast. Complete fake. First thing we'd ever do with any kind of a coin that you pick up is weigh them. So there we go. We'll plop that on there. And as you can see, 23.14. It should be 26.75-ish. Yeah? Fake. So that's that one. Let's have a look at this one. $22.49, and it should be 26.75-ish. So again, we're talking 4 grams. Yeah, 4 grams, which is massive difference. You need a scale. You need a loop. Yeah. So let's have a look at this. So we know it's fake just by the sound of it. We know it's fake by the weight. Let's zoom in. I can tell you, because I know Morgan dollars, that without weighing it, I can see that this is completely fake. The dimensions are all wrong. The font of the word is all wrong. Everything about this coin is wrong, wrong, wrong. Let me just crack out the real deal here. Where are you? Are you coming? There we go. Should have done this first, but hey ho. So let's turn her over and have a good look. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, if you've got the real deal, to just judge them by, to see how fake this is. Look at the device. The device is the head, yeah? Look at the device, first of all. The dimensions are all wrong. See how much bigger it is than the real deal. Look at the neck. All wrong. All wrong. If you have a look at the lettering, E pluribus unum, the fonts are all incorrect, yeah? I'm hoping you can pick that up from these two. It's absolute black and white. Let's have a look on the other side. Can you see how the light reflects off of it, off the fake one here? How dull it is, whereas the real deal, see the cartwheel? Cartwheel effect of the light reflecting off the surface. Real deal. Now, again, look at the eagle. What a massive difference. Dimensions again, all wrong. Look at the neck, look at the wings, everything about it is incorrect. But the big thing that stands out to me is the font. So, check your coins thoroughly, ladies and gents. Don't be fooled, yeah? Let's zoom back out. You need a good scale. You need a good loop. You need reference books, yeah? And just take your time and look. Fake. Fake. That's the Russian. I mean, even I got excited about that one, but when I got home and weighed it, right. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, big thumbs up. Share, comment, subscribe. Look at my back catalogue of videos. I hope everybody should find something that they enjoy. Right, I told you it wasn't going to be a big video, but it's gone on longer than I wanted. This is Leeds Lad Loves Coins. I've absolutely bored you long enough. Hasta luego.